To my channel, it's Craft O'Clock Somewhere. Today we are going to be working in Silhouette Studio. I am on a whole bunch of different Facebook groups for silhouette, sublimation, transfers, PNG, SVG files, etc. And someone had asked for help on making this design right here, HHS Braves, but they wanted it to say Tigers. So I figured, why not go ahead and make a video on it and a little how-to. So let's go ahead and jump on in and get started. So again, this is what they're wanting. So I just kind of put this off to the side as a reference. So let's go ahead and type out HHS in caps, and then Braves will be on a second I guess a second line. Sorry, lost my train of thought. So this is just what I do, and it just makes it just a little bit easier. I go ahead and match the colors. So I'm just going to my eyedropper and clicking on the color on the Braves, and it matches it to the best it can. So this font for Braves is going to be Watermelon, and you want to make sure that you weld. So right click and weld. So, and then you want to create an offset. So you're going to click on your star, open the offset panel, and then create an offset. So that to me looks good. Going to make that offset color black. And so now you have created the Braves font. So I'm just going to go ahead and group that. And I'm just going to change my cut lines just to transparent, so that way we don't see the red outline. All right, so that one's done. So this one is where it gets just a little bit tricky, because you have two different designs. You have a chevron design, and then you have a leopard print design. So you're going to want to go into your Google and just type in chevron design, chevron clip pattern PNG file. So I just right click, copy image, and then go into my silhouette, right click, paste. So I do have the business edition that allows me to copy and paste. But if you don't have the business edition, then you will have to just save it to your desktop and then open it as a new tab. All right, so I need to change the font for the HHS, and I'm going to click, let's see, I'll just do this one. This one's Arial Black. All right, so let me close out of the font. So I'm going to duplicate this image or the font. So just again, right click, duplicate, and just pull that off to the side. And then here we go. Let's go ahead and trace the chevron pattern. So you're going to come up here to your little butterfly icon, your trace panel, select trace area, and then highlight the entire chevron. So you want to make sure that whatever you're highlighting is completely yellow. So you might have to adjust the threshold a little bit. I do a solid fill, so I'm going to go ahead and click trace. And now you just click on your PNG chevron and you can delete that. Oops, there we go. All right, so now you can bring your HHS font over and then enlarge the chevron. So if you can adjust it either way, either, up and down or, side to side. I just want to make it just a little bit proportional. So when I drag it out to the corners, it'll make it proportion. So move that out of the way. So you want to make sure that, again, your chevron is covering your HHS letters. And you also want to make sure that your chevron pattern is sitting on top of your font because you're going to crop it. So I just clicked this little button right here, and that brings that design to the front of everything else. So you're going to now highlight both and then click over here to your subtract icon or your modify, sorry. And then you're going to want to click crop. And so now it took that chevron and it cropped it into the HHS font. So now is where it gets just a little bit tricky and tedious because now you have all these different little pieces that are completely separate. So I just come up to the top, highlight the first row, and you want to make sure that everything's highlighted and grouped. And then again, same thing. You just come over here to your eyedropper, or I'm sorry, your fill panel, and you click the color that you want. Now you want to make sure that it's grouped together. So you right click and click group. All right. Now you're going to do the same thing for the second line. Just go straight across. That's going to be gray. So again, you just bring your eyedrop over to your design and then you just click it on the color you want. So you can tell here it did not grab the gray. So I'm going to just click on that, click gray, and then just try to come back and grab it. So as you can see, I just pulled it down, my arrow just pulled it down just a little bit, and it grabbed that gray, or that little triangle piece, sorry. Right click, group, and so on and so on. So let's go ahead and do this third row. It's going to be gray, right click, group. And then now for your final line. Group. Okay, so now I have everything grouped and colored as I want, but I just now realized I completely forgot that the middle H is supposed to be a leopard print. So now we actually have to ungroup everything. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab the entire middle H and just delete that. So let's see here. Duplicate the first one again, bring that off to the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and right click, hit ungroup, and then bring this H down here. That looks about right. All right, so now you need to find your leopard print wallpaper. So I actually already have a leopard print that I purchased on Etsy, I believe. Computer's kind of slow, sorry. All right, so you want to right click, cut, and bring it to your design that you're working on. Right click, paste, and there you go. All right, so let's scoot this over. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my H, copy, duplicate. So I'm just duplicating my H so that way I know exactly where to put it back with the chevron pattern. So again, same thing. You bring it over to your design. You want to make sure that your leopard print is sitting on top of your H. Okay, then highlight both, and you can kind of tell here that it is highlighted because you can see the black box, and that black box is your H. So come back to your modify panel, click crop, and there you go. There is your H leopard print. So I'm gonna bring it back over here, put it on top of my transparent H, that in the back, and then now you can, oops, there we go. All right, so now we can group everything, and you have a and here on this one, you have a white background. So this is why I duplicated these letters, because now you can just highlight them, group them, and then let's go ahead and make that white. And then just pull it and back here, and there you go. So again, you just want to make sure and group everything, because if you don't, you'll be grabbing a piece that you don't really mean to grab when you want to grab the entire thing. Group. All right, so it has, let's see, this design has a black offset around both designs, the chevron and the leopard. So again, click on your design, click your star, which is your offset panel, click offset, and that looks good to me. And that needs to be black. And I'm going to make my cut line just transparent. All right, so here is, let me go ahead and delete that one because I didn't need that one. Let me downsize that. There we go. So you have HHS. And then your Braves. So you see how your Braves is behind your HHS? All you do, again, you just click on Braves and you click the 3 boxes where it says front, bring to front. And then there you go. So this looks like it is smaller, maybe just a little bit smaller. There you go. And to make sure it's centered, your Braves is centered with your HHS, you highlight both, and then you click on this button right here, which has 3 lines and then a line across, and you just click the middle one, which is align to center, and then it immediately aligns it for you. So this is how you create a chevron leopard print background within your letters. So what I like to do, and you don't have to do it, is I like differentiating the Braves and the HHS. So I just create an offset on my Braves, and I don't make a big offset, just a small one. So this is at 0.60, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it just a little bit smaller. There you go. I like that. So then you want to click on your Braves, bring that down, and now you're going to grab both your offset on Braves, your HHS, and then click on the modify panel and click subtract all. So it took out some of the chevron pattern, the leopard pattern, and I bring this center back onto my offset, and then I click on my offset and I delete it. So now it has a little cut line where you can see here. Let me zoom in. Here. So that will be the color of the shirt. Like I said, that's just what I personally like myself. I figured why not just go ahead and share that little tip in case you didn't know how to do it. But yeah, so that is how you create a pattern within your font letters. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, just please leave a comment down below and I'd be more than happy to help you out. And if there's any other designs that y'all want to see, like I said, just go ahead and post that down in the comments. I hope everyone has a fantastic day and make great choices. I always tell that to my kids before I drop them off to school. But don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.